So one more thing I would like to show you is mismatched symbols. So remember I was telling there is a one-to-one relationship between the binary file and the symbol file. The binary file, which is the helloworld.exe, and the build timestamp, this particular value, is directly related to the PDB file. If it has a different build timestamp, you need a different PDB. Linker always generate a corresponding PDB when it generates a binary. We need that exact same file. Any other file doesn't work. So there is a way to ignore the mismatch and load, but I don't recommend you using it. Let's see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rebuild of this particular project so that I'll get a new PDB and a new binary. The code is exactly same. I have not changed the code at all. The code is exactly same. The build is successful, all good. We should see the PDB. We have the new PDB right here. So this is a new PDB. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just rename it again so that it won't be visible to the debugger. And I'm going to try to cheat the debugger with the old PDB. So this is the old PDB. This PDB and this exe file doesn't match. Now, if you look at the timestamp, you can see that this binary is built at this particular time and this PDB is built at this particular time. So there are two different builds it's coming from. But it's the same source code, same linker, same project, everything remains the same other than the time. Now let's see how it behaves. First, we need to clear the cache. This is the cache. So I have cleared the cache just to avoid any kind of confusion. Again, debugger open executable, helloworld.exe, G, so that we'll get the breakpoint. Now, we do have the symbol, incorrect symbol in fact, in this particular folder, but it is not able to load. Let's see the lm command. Lm command says that no symbols, but we do have a symbol here, but it is not matching the timestamp. Now, how do we troubleshoot this? How do we know that it is of a different timestamp? The command for that is bang symnoisy. What this command does is that it will give us the verbose output of the symbol subsystem of the debugger. So it'll show you what is happening when the debugger is trying to load the symbols. Now, what we can do is we can type the command .reload /f. So .reload /f means we are going to force the reload of this particular binary. .exe. Extension is also needed for .reload. A lot of things are happening. It is searching on a lot of different paths. Mainly, this is where the cache is, symbol cache. It is also searching a lot of different places. It is finding a PDB here. It is finding a PDB here, but it is a mismatched PDB. This is what is important to us. Mismatched PDB. It found a PDB right here and it probably cached it here as well. So let's have a look whether it cached or not. Yeah, it has cached because we deleted the cache before. And it tried to load it, but it's not loading. Why? Because it's a mismatched PDB. We can force load this using .reload /I, but never ever do that. It is always good to know if you don't have the symbols. If you ignore and load the incorrect PDBs, you may point to wrong functions. You will blame wrong people. You will blame wrong modules, so on and so forth. In my perspective, never ever use /I for .reload. If you have a mismatched PDB, if you're not able to get the right PDB, just rebuild your module, put it into production, do something else other than using /I. Now, just for the completion of the training, I'm going to show you /I, but I don't recommend this. .reload /f/I, and then the name of the module. In this case, it is helloworld.exe. In this case, it worked. The reason it worked correctly, if you look at the stack, it'll probably show you the correct stack as well. So it is showing the correct stack. By the way, we need to turn off the verbose logging. That's why all this is coming. So to turn off the verbose logging for symbols is bang symquiet. So now if I type the K command, I'll get a clean stack. In this case, the mismatched PDB does work. And it's showing the correct functions because everything else remains the same. But in real world, it's not the case more than often. You get one or two functions here and there. Your code might have been changed. A lot of such things. Your linker might have been changed. I don't recommend this, but some cases it gives the correct result. So we have seen different ways to load symbols and troubleshoot symbols. We have seen commands like bang symnoisy, .reload, bang symquiet, so on and so forth. I didn't discuss much about symbol servers, but in general, symbol servers are just a place where you store your symbols using the checksum, and you download the symbols from the symbol server. Most of the organization doesn't have symbol server. They just keep the symbols in folders, just like we have seen. And in this particular training, we'll be using only Microsoft Symbol Server as symbol server to load the symbols of the Microsoft binaries.